Hey, what's up guys? About a month ago I made a video talking about my YouTube gear, but there was a lot of stuff I left out on purpose just because I didn't want to inundate you with so much stuff. Now, I've been shooting video for about 5 years now, and slowly but surely I've been collecting a lot of stuff and upgrading as I go, so I have a lot of stuff as far as gear. As I said in my last video, the gear does not make your production, but it does help if you really know what you're doing. So I have a lot of stuff that I don't use for YouTube, but I use it when I'm on the go, things that can help my camera stay charged longer, different types of lenses and all that fun stuff, and also even a cage that goes on my camera. So we're gonna talk about that in this video, show you what I use, and give you some examples of how you could use it to help your workflow. All right guys, you ready? Well, let's begin.
Tech Ninja gonna break the mold, brands take control, scopes more than the case is closed. Real talk with a hellified brand, every word is unfiltered, genuine dread.
Alright guys, first of all, if you have not seen my first video, this video resumes off the first one. So hit that description or the annotation to watch the first video. Now that you watch the first video, it's time to dig into the nitty gritty. Let's start off with my second lens. Now I'm a huge fan of prime lenses, so I actually went with a 35mm. This is a Sony 2.8 35mm lens, and what I like about it is that you have a nice clean depth of field, super fast autofocus, it's extremely light, and it has Carl Zeiss glass, which can produce some of the best images you can find in an affordable lens. It's also a lens that I've been using more and more as of late, and sort of a fun fact is that I use autofocus a lot, especially when I'm running and gunning, so a super fast autofocus is very important to me, and this lens is also quiet, meaning I can shoot this pretty much anywhere I'm at with autofocus and I can be silent as a ninja. I also picked up a Ninja Assassin, not because it's called Ninja Assassin, but I did need a dope monitor. And this is a monitor and also a recorder, meaning I can plug in an SSD right into it and it records directly to it. And now what does that provide for me? Well, it allows me to record for more than 30 minutes at a time. Also, I have a large 500GB hard drive in there. And also when you're recording directly to a recorder, it actually doesn't affect the camera too much, so my battery life is longer, and also it doesn't heat up and have a chance to overheat where it stops recording. I can also record at a higher codec too, giving me that extra burnt footage you guys really love. The screen also lets me preview the footage and allows me to make adjustments on the go, which has really helped me in the field. It also came with a power station too that can give my camera power for up to 8 hours, and also I can charge my Assassin as well. Otherwise, I have a whole stable of batteries that I could use. But this is when things change a lot. So if I'm doing a wedding, I'm running and gunning mostly, then I'm using my PR1 video shoulder rig. Now, I move the power station to the back to counteract the weight, but most of the time I have the Assassin on the shoulder rig due to the weight. Now, this shoulder rig is pretty much modular, where it uses these rails where I can disconnect and reconnect and reconfigure my setup as much as I want. I can even mount this to the bottom of a tripod too, just in case I need quick tripod access. I mean, this thing is like the Swiss Army knife of shoulder rigs, and it's super compatible to everything else because it uses these rail systems. Now I know what you're thinking, that is a ton of gear, and how do you keep this all on your camera? Well, thank you for asking, viewer. I have a cage, and this is the Zeus for the A7R and S, and this cage is super cool. It has mounting points all over the place and also comes with a handle on top. I can mount my monitor to this and also the power station. Now, this steel cage protecting my camera would make Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker jealous. I just showed my age there. And of course, I use that Pelican case for traveling with all this gear. Yeah, it's a $200 case, but if I have thousands of dollars worth of gear, I think it's worth it. I know there's tons going on here, it's nuts, but this setup allows me to be portable and provide super high-end quality products for weddings and events. Now, I don't see myself using all this stuff for YouTube all the time, but it's nice to have the flexibility if I do need to do something that's not really part of my normal setup. As always guys, my name is Kevin the Tech Ninja. All the links down below are provided by B&H and also Amazon. And if you're into photography or videos or anything like that, check out B&H's website. They have people on staff to answer your questions, and I know they answer a ton of my questions when I was gearing up my A7R II. Anyways guys, have yourself a great day. Hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Say it again, KTTN. Say it again. tell a friend that it's him again. Hey, yo, real talk, opinions gon' be sharper than 4K. Scope Squad, eat it up, simmer it, saute. Ninja got reviews and rants galore. You ain't never seen a channel like this before. No hashtag crispy around this runway.
This is a very quick review of the Coolpad Note 3 Lite. This video is divided into pros and cons. Starting off the pros, it has a fingerprint reader which is stupendous considering its price. 3 gigs of RAM help the device to run battery smooth. And also the display is quite decent. Coming to cons, battery backup is average and it takes considerable amount of time to get fully charged. Both the cameras are average but they are good for the price. Also sound quality is very poor. Touch type capacitive buttons are not LED backlit. So to conclude, it's a bang for buck device. So this is a TechNish signing off. Subscribe.